Good evening and welcome to the 12th year on the School Zone. I'm your host, Jeff Little. Tonight we begin our new year with a look at the new Family Immersion Center. Immigrant students with little English are now taught the whole day in one attendance center. We will look at all the levels beginning at Jane Addams Elementary.
Okay, I am Kevin Dick and I'm the principal of the All City Elementary School as well as the Family Immersion Center. Some differences that a person who would be acquainted with the program previously would notice this year is that our Family Immersion Center is now a full-day program. That's probably the most striking change that would be that is noticeable, and that is that previously the students ate lunch. The students were here in the morning, ate lunch, and boarded a bus right after that and went out to their neighborhood schools. And the program also covered kindergarten through 8th grade students. This year it's a kindergarten through 5th grade, but the interesting program with the Family Immersion Center as well is that it not only deals with, in this facility, the kindergarten through 5th grade students, it also houses the education program for adults. And along with adults, then we need to provide daycare for some of them, so there's a daycare component to that. And Family Immersion Center also has a Head Start classroom here as well. One of the things about this change has been that this has allowed is that our Family Immersion Center specifically, students have specifically some opportunity for some special classes that are traditionally offered in at the other sites. The art, the music, and the PE specifically, and also library is something that our Family Immersion Center students now are able to partake in with their own classroom here at this school. Now their school day starts at 8 o'clock with breakfast, and we run through a pretty well traditional school day through 2:30, and they get on a bus and are taken directly to their home then at 2:30 at the end of the school day. Some of the other reasons why I think people might be interested in why has Family Immersion Center gone through this change, why have we moved the program to an all-day at one site rather than moving them out into their neighborhood schools, and the interest, I think, of the district, and I think the research is clear that the number of years it takes a student to be able to adequately function when they come in with very little to no English background is a fairly significant factor in their educational experience. And so the district felt that it was important to address for at least the very initial stages of their education program here in the United States to be done here where we would have them for the full time and could concentrate just on their language acquisition. And the curriculum level then obviously is not nearly as high as they would experience when they're out in their neighborhood school. So the focus is very much on the language acquisition, focusing very much on the integration of the English and our whole cultural environment that they are experiencing here and the changes that they're experiencing, trying to accommodate for those as much as possible in their initial period in the United States. But by and large, they would spend at the longest amount of time would be a full school year, and then they would be on and then would be able to be in their own neighborhood school again, still receiving English ELL or English language learner services, and still receiving some very important instrumental support for themselves in the other classrooms, but again with the focus of that first year or the first length of time until they are proficient enough in the English language to be able to function at a level that is expected in a classroom, in an English-speaking classroom. They're able to really focus on those aspects.
My name is Clara Hart. I work as a school and homes liaison. I work with the families that don't speak English and their homes and here in school. Right now I'm based here at Axtell Park with a full-time program with the middle school students. This is the first time we've had this kind of program just to cater for middle school kids full-time in this building. This program seems to work very well, having these students here full day. It doesn't get them into this exciting mode that they have to worry about getting to their locker and eat quickly and get to the other school in the afternoon, where it's only taking like 2 hours in each building to get a real learning time. So this one, I think the students know when they come in the morning, they're going to have breakfast and then be in the class and go to every other class that they need to be, like in the art, music, and gym. And they have a routine set, whereas before that there was no routine there. They were still on the move, like for some that were in the refugee camp. They're expected to stay here all year, unless something that would prove to us that this student really has no reason to be here. But they will be moved to other classes or to other schools based on their scores. Okay. They'll be tested to show that they really don't need to be here. They have excelled to be out of this program. This is a good program, having been there when the Family Immersion Center started 5 years ago, where we were all excited, starting a program we didn't know where it was going to go. This is very easy to have started because we know what to do, and we are being more creative than before with the students, but we don't have to run around helping students get to the locker and go to the other buildings. And also expect, like my job as a school home liaison, I have to go to other buildings. So I would always expect a call around 12:30 or 1, or this student cannot go to class because they're used to being in the immersion program. When they go to other schools in the afternoon, they could not accept that they had to be there. They didn't know the students. The schools seemed large and threatening. So we've had no one cry here, and I'm sure it's the same with the Jane Addams.
Okay, my name is Mrs. Emanuel, and I'm an assistant principal here at Washington High School. And today I'm visiting with Jeff about the Immersion Center at the secondary level. The Immersion Center for secondary is located here at Washington High School. We have a teacher in that building, in that room. We have an EA in that room, and we also have a liaison who's with us half days. The program is designed to accommodate students who are English language learners who either test very, very low in their English skills or who come to us in the middle of the school year. No matter how high they test, if students come in the middle of the school year, they are welcomed here at Washington into our Immersion Center. They stay with us for a semester. At the end of that semester, if it is appropriate, then they would then move to their home attendance center. If it is not appropriate, then they may stay with us up to a full year. The curriculum centers around English, and we want them to acquire English. They are, we're trying to acclimate them to the United States. We're trying to acclimate them to a public school setting. We are trying to get them to understand the rules and the regulations and how to move successfully in our school. So those are the things that we want them to learn right away. We also, the focus is on English, and we do want to see some math. We want to see some science, but we're looking at, them acquiring English and acquiring survival skills. And it's a fairly new program. We're pretty excited about the kids that we've received. They are extremely friendly kids. I've been up there and I've introduced myself. We have kids from many, many countries, and they just seem to really be enjoying themselves here. We have a full-time teacher, and we also offer those kids a PE class, and next semester they will be offered a music class as well. So we're very excited about this new program.
Each year, Sam's Club and Walmart honor outstanding teachers. This year, a Sioux Falls teacher was named South Dakota Teacher of the Year. Come with us to Laura Wilder Elementary as Jennifer Webersick receives this award.
I am the general manager of the local Sam's Club here in Sioux Falls. I brought with me Lee McKinney, my marketing team leader, standing behind Anna with the camera. Neil Hirsch over here by the shadow wall, my business manager, and Anna is our photo manager for 1 hour lab. We're here today to congratulate one of your constituents, one of your teachers. Earlier this year in May, Jennifer Webersick was awarded as our Teacher of the Year for our local Sam's Club. We're proud to announce today, Jennifer, where you at? Stand up, please. We're proud to announce today that Jennifer has been selected by the Walmart Foundation and the Sam's Club Foundation as the winner of the state of South Dakota as the Teacher of the Year for the state. And on behalf of that, on behalf of winning this, we are proud to give to your school a check in the amount of $10,000. And anybody who wants
I'm so honored to be named South Dakota State Teacher of the Year. My whole life I've dreamed about being a teacher. I couldn't wait to have my own classroom. And once I finally did, I found that this is definitely the place that I'm supposed to be. When I drive to school each morning, I'm so excited to come into my classroom and see what the day will bring. Representing Laura Wilder is an honor. And I also want to say that there are a million teachers at our school who deserve this honor too. We have a building full of great, great teachers. We all work together, collaborate together to take care of each of our kids. My philosophy in my classroom is to promote hands-on learning. The more active the kids are, the more engaged the kids are, I feel the more they remember. I always talk to my first graders about their schema, and that's what's inside of your brain. I have them pull out their schema file drawer and put a folder for each new thing we learn in it. When they're done, we shut the file, and then they have that in their memory so they can remember the next time we talk about that topic. I also told them that my file drawer is a lot bigger than their file drawer is. And the more experiences they have and the more they learn, the bigger their file drawer will get.
My name is Neil Hirsch, and I am the business marketing manager here at the local Sam's Club in Sioux Falls. And we are here today, and we presented the Teacher of the State Award. Walmart and Sam's started this many, many years ago by Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart. He always was a man that wanted to give back to the community as much as he could and wherever he could. So every year they give away thousands and thousands of dollars to the local communities to help them grow. Thank you.
Art teachers at Washington High School developed an art project with diversity in mind. This project is being displayed at the Washington Pavilion. Let's find out more.
I'm Marion Sorlin, art teacher at Washington High School.
And I'm Bonnie Hale, art teacher at Washington High School.
Bonnie and I started talking about different art projects that we've seen where similar objects were taken and interpreted in some way by a select group of artists. And we started thinking about how we could do that with students. And we talked about it probably through the first year that I was at Washington, kind of kicked it around. And then we found out that there was a way we could get some chairs, some old wooden chairs, and we started talking about how we would organize that and get our students the things that we talk about with our students.
So what we did was Marion took several design classes, and I took some painting classes that I have, and had students pick a country, an ethnic country, mainly because Washington High School represents many different ethnic groups, and then they had to do some research on the country with symbols and signs and colors, and then they had to interpret that and put it onto a chair. Planning, I think, was probably the hardest part, because proper prior planning was the I think the key to success, and that doesn't always go over so well.
So we worked on the chairs through first semester and second semester with different students and sometimes groups of students, and just kept gave them lots of time to work on them and see what would happen, and the result is the 6 chairs we have behind us from different countries, and we have that represents Native Americans, and we're really happy to have because of the large Native American population at Washington. And it was really fun, not just for the students that were working on the chair, but other students would come into the room while those chairs were being done, and they'd see that flag maybe from Ethiopia, and there'd be that, that spark of recognition. They'd say, "That's my flag," and so I think it made them feel like more a part of it, and that's something from that they came from is being celebrated. I think that was really important.
Plus, I think the students that worked on them, they weren't just held to using paint. They could use plaster. They could add like the bamboo poles. They could add almost anything that they wanted to if they could figure out how it worked into the design. So they got really interesting, and everybody had fun watching them be done.
We graded these on, well, first of all, technique and craftsmanship, but also on the variety of material that they chose to use, and how they were able to represent the country, and did they really do some research, and how much planning went into it.
Yep, I think that's exactly how I graded mine, was the research that they did, if they paid attention to how to get it onto the chair, how it fit onto the chair, maybe trying some unusual technique or adding some things to it. So partly originality, partly skill. Those were big components of grading.
Last summer, elementary vocal music teachers took part in a week-long world music class. This class featured the use of African drums. Come with us to Hawthorne Elementary as we watch the students use these instruments.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Rigg, and I am the elementary music teacher here at Hawthorne Elementary School in Sioux Falls. This summer, myself along with some other elementary teachers in Sioux Falls had the opportunity to take a world music drumming class. In the world drumming music class, we learned how to play these African tubanos by a lady named Gloria Hansen, who came from Rapid City. What she taught us is the technique of how to play these special drums, and she showed us some different ensembles. There's 7 different ensembles that we play on these drums, including some other African instruments. We have brought this to the Sioux Falls School District. The district has purchased 15 tubanos. That's one set, and then they're purchasing another set. And both sets will be traveling to all the elementary schools in Sioux Falls to give the students an opportunity to learn how to play them. We wanted the students to learn how to play them, not only to learn the technique, but also to celebrate cultural diversity and bring the experience of an African tradition into our classroom. In the African tradition, they use a lot of nonverbal teaching, and that will help our students learn how to problem solve, teaches them how to be a team on the team, and self-discipline, and most importantly, respect. You will notice that the students will be playing their tubanos in a circle, and in the African tradition, it is very important that they are in the circle and showing this respect. If they are not, they are so-called kicked out of the circle, and then they are asked to come back when the other members of the circle are ready for them to join them. So you will see them, the students that at Hawthorne here have had the drums for 2 weeks, which means they've only probably played them 3 times. And we're going to play 2 games. One of them is called What's Your Name? And the other one is called What's for Dinner? And first we're going to play them with speaking, and then we will play them without the speaking. And if there is time at the end, what I'm going to do, and this is all nonverbal, I will alternate between the students. One of them I will ask, what's your name? And they will respond. And then another student I might ask, what for dinner? And they will respond. So we hope you enjoy our performance on the African Tubanos. This is the way we start the day. This is the way we start the day. What's your name? 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 Play it. What's your name? 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 Dakota Lake. What's your name? 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 Eric Cardona. What's your name? What's your name? Wyatt Lee. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Okay, what's for dinner now is our next game. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Pass the roll. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Noodles. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Hot dogs. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Chicken. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Chili. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Chicken Alfredo. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? Jimmy. Same thing. No words this time. All right, now the nonverbal no talking, I'm going to ask you individually things, so you listen for either what's your name or what's for dinner, okay? And then you answer accordingly. All right.
That is all for this month's journey into the school zone. Join us the fourth week of the month for a new journey into the school zone. Good night.